Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome. My name is Paul Taira, and I will be your host this evening for the ASEA Business Overview webinar. We're going to be here for about 40 minutes, and this is a webinar, so if you would like to see the slides and you're connected to the internet, you can go to Thursday411.com, and you'll be able to register and immediately be connected. A little bit of background about myself. I am a triple diamond executive with ASEA. I have been with ASEA since October of 2009, so it's been 4 years, almost to the date. October 5th, actually, was my 4th year anniversary, and it's been such an amazing journey. You know, I've been in this industry full time since 2001, and I have been a top producer. I've been a master distributor, and even a consultant to the industry. And I was getting a little bit disillusioned after seeing companies that either were mismanaged or didn't have enough funding, or that just have people that didn't have the skill sets to run the business, especially when the company started becoming significantly successful. And I've seen a lot of those companies go away. And I was getting, again, disillusioned and thinking, man, is there ever going to be a company that has all the right elements to it, an incredible, unique product that's protected by patents, that is in a category of its own, that cannot be duplicated, that is not available in other channels? And will that product be coupled with an executive management team that has the highest level of ethics and values and principles? Will they have skill sets that can take this company, you know, beyond $100 million, beyond $1 billion in annual type revenues? And will they have the investment funds necessary to be able to do that, to be able to get it all done? And it wasn't until ASEA 4 years ago where I found something. So the timing of this opportunity, and now that we have validated it, and we have incredible results that people have generated in these few short years here, you know, the timing couldn't be better to get involved with ASEA. You know, this isn't in beta testing anymore. This has already proven itself. We're now operating in 18 countries around the world. We've got over $170 million of product we've moved to date, and I'll go over some of these statistics in a minute as well. And most importantly, we do have people that have created success. And whether success to you is just generating an extra few $100s a month, whether it's an extra few hundred thousands of dollars a month, or tens of thousands of dollars a month, we have people creating all different types of income from all different walks and backgrounds of life. So congratulations for being here tonight and being one of the first, because even while we, you know, globally have 100,000, over 100,000 associates, it's still just the beginning. And we're looking forward to down the road here over the next 3 to 5 years, creating millions, many millions of associates and customers worldwide. Okay. First off, let me kind of cover what you're going to discover here. You're going to discover a health discovery that has been hailed by many experts as the single greatest health science breakthrough of the past century. Okay, over 70 million doses of ASEA have been administered, and with less than 1% product return rate. Now, why that is significant is because this product doesn't taste good initially to most people. That's right. Most people will describe it as drinking swimming pool water. I know it's what I said when I first drank it. I'm like, oh, who's going to drink this? Secondly, it's not inexpensive. Okay, so you got something that doesn't necessarily taste good at first, and it's not like it's cheap or anything, and it has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So with all of these factors going against it, why do only 1% of people return it and get their money back? Quite simply, because it works. This product works, and it works significantly for the masses of people out there, right? And there's an over 80% reorder rate, meaning that not only people to buy their initial case of ASEA, the stuff that doesn't taste good, right, and is not inexpensive and has a 30-day money-back guarantee, they actually buy another case of it throughout the year, at least one more case. That's the reorder rate is over 80%. You're also going to discover tonight this proven business model. Again, we now have a great little history here of people who have been able to create financial success with ASEA. The company itself was debt-free within the first year of business. over 100,000 associates worldwide, operating in 18 countries, and over $150 million in sales in its first 4 years of business. And also has created multiple millionaires with this business model. Okay, let's jump right into the science behind ASEA. ASEA is based on Nobel Prize winning research. These three gentlemen you see on screen won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine back in 1998 for their discoveries concerning nitric oxide as a signaling molecule in the cardiovascular system. Signaling molecule meaning redox signaling molecule. Redox signaling is one of the fastest growing areas right now in health science. Many books and publications, websites, even universities have dedicated entire campuses to this field of research. You'll see on screen there in the lower right, ARS is the Journal of Antioxidants and Redox Signaling. It's published every single month, and tons of stories and papers, peer-reviewed papers, are cited in there. Now, this is the latest bit of research, and if you were on the call a little early, I mentioned a little bit about this book. It's called Redox Life. It will be officially released at the end of this month. But there is a book signing tour going on. If you go to ASEAEvents.com, you can see a location near you and actually be able to get a discounted copy of the book and even have it signed by Dr. Naidu here. But this book explains pretty much all of the systems and organs in your body and basically life itself. The requirement is redox, okay? Covers that, and there's no other product, nutritional supplement in the world that even comes close, okay, to this to functioning in this same category space. I kind of relate it to if you had a computer and you had computer software on there. It doesn't matter what programs you purchased. If you purchased, let's say, Microsoft Office, if you purchased some email software, some spreadsheet software, etc., things like that, really doesn't matter if you don't have an operating system. In other words, if Windows isn't on there, or if you're on a Mac platform, if iOS isn't on there, all those other programs don't work. And the reality here is that's what redox signaling molecules are. They're like the operating system for the body. And until now, the only way your body had it was what it manufactured, and it kept degrading and degrading over time. But for the first time in history, with ASEA, we can replenish these exact same molecules. Okay? We'll talk more about that as well in just a second. Now, our research team internally, this is our Scientific Advisory Council. It consists of PhDs, MDs, board-certified naturopathic doctor, for example, all contribute to the ongoing improvement and of this amazing product, and have validated it with their own with their own studies and their own patients as well. Externally, research institutions here, like the North Carolina Research Campus here, it's actually called Human Performance Laboratories here at North Carolina Research Campus. It's a $1 billion facility. David Murdock there gave $600 of his own money to fund this, and it supports universities there, like the Appalachian State, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, Duke University, and big corporations like Dole and General Mills also use this prestigious institution to measure the effects of food sources on the human body. They did some great double-blind, crossover-controlled placebo studies on humans, as well as they did studies on animals. And from what I understand from the scientists, that the studies on animals are even more significant than ones on humans, because you can't motivate, for example, an animal to run 29% faster on its treadmill, no matter what you say to it, right? They're either going to do it or they're not going to do it, and these are the kind of numbers that they saw just by taking ASEA. Lots of other studies done, as you'll see on screen. VO2 max testing. This is elite athlete performance testing, where they saw incredible improvements in what's called time to ventilatory threshold, or increasing that runner's wall by significantly more than any other type of substance, illegal or legal, on the circuit. And again, we do it absolutely without harming or any negative side effects whatsoever. Glutathione, superoxide dismutase, these are your body's super antioxidants, and ASEA was found to increase the efficiency of these super antioxidants by over 300%. metabolites, live blood cell, brain mapping, GDV, again, a lot of other validation from third-party research institutions. Now, as far as the actual results that the product has yielded, let me cover some of those numbers. Since 2009, when we pre-launched, oh, actually, you know what? I had the other slide I inserted, so I don't have to cover this. Sorry about that. Let me jump in to why you need to take ASEA. Our cells are being damaged every single day. Things like sunburn, you've got exercise, injury, pollutions from in the environment, everything from the air that we breathe, the food that we eat, and the water that we drink. There's over 90,000 man-made chemicals and toxins that are all having and taking a toll on our body and our life systems. Now, as we age, we basically make less and less of these crucial redox signaling molecules. When you're a baby, you're making them at 100% efficiency, but by the time you're 70 years old, you're only at 10% of what you made when you first came into this world. Now, that subsequently, when we get older, that's why we start getting stiff and sore, right? That's why if we get injured, we don't heal as fast. If a small child injures themselves, literally within days, you can see the injury already healing. However, someone elderly, man, if they get a cut or a scrape, they'll probably have a visible scar for the rest of their remaining years. We just don't heal as fast because we don't have enough, and our bodies aren't making enough of these crucial redox signaling molecules. So by increasing your levels of these molecules with ASEA, what can you expect? Well, prep yourself, okay? That's the acronym. The first P in PrEP stands for prevention. It's going to help to slow down the aging process to keep you younger longer. That's right. It's a true anti-aging product. So unless you want to age faster, you should take ASEA. Okay. The RE in PrEP stands for repair. It's going to help your body to help heal itself. So we cannot claim that ASEA cures, treats, or prevents any specific illness or disease. Unfortunately, in our country, only prescription medication and pharmaceuticals can claim to do that. But it's okay, because what ASEA does is it helps to empower your own body to help to heal itself. And isn't that a much better way to heal, is when your body heals itself? Okay? And performance is the last P. ASEA is going to help you to dramatically increase athletic performance. And like I was mentioning, it's 3 to 4 times that, even the results of illegal performance enhancement substances. And we have done some great studies on this. And the athletes that take it not only notice their performance increase, they actually increase what's called their time to ventilatory threshold, but their heart rate is lower, so they're actually improving output with a lower heart rate, and the muscle recovery time is much quicker, so they're able to go out and train more often and more frequently. Okay? And ASEA is the world's first and currently only redox signaling supplement. So for those of you out there, again, looking at us from a business perspective, I don't know a better place to be, right? Having this groundbreaking, revolutionary technology and being one of the first to bring it to the world. If you walk down the street, and whether you mention ASEA or whether you mention redox signaling molecules, 9 out of 10 people are going to tell you, I've never heard of that, never heard of that. So again, what better space to be in with a product and category of product that has zero competition. Now, as far as experiences go, I'll start off with Road Bike Action Magazine. They were very negative about nutritional supplements. They didn't feel that any of the juices or vitamins and supplements, things like that, really made a difference. A significant difference on performance, athletic performance. And when they got a hold of ASEA, they were already prepared to write a negative article. And instead, they put the entire race team on it, and the results they got were just consistent and amazing. And they wrote this article entitled Super Water, ASEA's Salt and Water Supercharger. It's great if you can pick up a reprint of it from the person who invited you here. Lots of other athletes have had just spectacular results. On screen, you're seeing people anywhere from race car drivers to cyclist racers, endurance racers, triathletes, swimmers, you name it. James Lawrence there, you can see on the right side, the Guinness Book of World Records. He broke the record for half Ironman triathlons, and this past year he broke the full Ironman triathlon record. And he attributes a lot of his success to ASEA, which helps his body recover quickly so he can compete week in and week out. Now, you don't have to be an athlete to notice the results from ASEA. Again, it helps all cells to repair efficiently. And on screen, you're seeing some of the things people have experienced, some of the quotes. But basically, again, we can't make a claim on on any specific health problem or condition, because only, again, pharmaceutical drugs can do that. But when somebody asks me, well, Paul, will it work on this? Will it work on that? I just ask them. I say, well, we can't make any claims, but do you think your condition has anything to do with cells? Are cells involved in any of that? And what do you think, of course, the answer is when they think about it? What do you mean? Well, cells, the most smallest little component of your body. These are the molecules that help them communicate outside and inside the cell. So if that's the case, then I would definitely give it a try, because there's no way it can harm you. ASEA is completely 100% safe, non-toxic, and the only potential you can have is to benefit, and there's absolutely 100% money-back guarantee, so there's no financial risk to you. Would your challenge be worth that? Okay, and so again, it should be a no-brainer for everyone. All right. Now, ASEA doesn't just work on humans; it works on animals, plants, etc. And it doesn't work just internally; it works externally. What you're seeing here is a picture of a lady. Her name's Phyllis, and she went through a chemical treatment process, and it left her with these bruises. From what I understand, there were like over 30 bruises she had all over her body. Now, she had these for months, like 4 or 5 months, and they weren't going away. And someone introduced her to ASEA, and within a number of days after drinking ASEA and spraying it on her skin cleared up. And this was amazing to her. And again, I did mention, yes, there's a spray bottle that comes with every case of ASEA. So that's what she did, was she filled it up, and sprayed it directly on her skin. And again, it created a very happy Phyllis. All right. Next, I mentioned not only humans, but pets and plants as well. This is a picture of my friend Larry's basil plant. He got home from vacation, and this is what he was greeted to. He decided to do an experiment. He just sprayed the heck out of it with the ASEA. The very next morning, this is what he woke up to. He was absolutely blown away. And I said, come on, Larry, did you swap the plant out? Is that really the same plant? And he was kind of offended. And he said, well, of course it is, Paul. He goes, look at the edges. You can see some of where there's browning there. He goes, it's the same plant. It's like it just came back to life. Unbelievable. Okay. Well, of course, with every great breakthrough comes massive opportunity. And like I shared, with ASEA, I've never seen anything as significant as the discovery of ASEA, thereby creating the most massive discovery I've seen in my 13 years of being in this industry full time. And how do you know if this opportunity is right for you? Well, let me ask you a few questions here. First question is, do you currently like what you do for a living? In other words, do you wake up every morning and say, man, I can't wait to go to my job or go to my business, whatever that is that you do? Okay. Secondly, do you earn enough income for you and your family? Do you have enough income? Could you use more? Okay, because when the people that we're looking for to build a business with ASEA doesn't necessarily mean, you need to make tens of thousands of dollars a month. Okay, maybe an extra $300 a month is all you need. Maybe you enjoy what you do. We've got school teachers and people out there who really just enjoy contributing, giving back, and and helping people. But they go, you know what? If I just had another $300 or $500 a month, man, that would just really, I'd be the happiest camper on the planet, okay? So whatever it is, do you have enough income? Now, do you have as much free time that you want to spend with your loved ones and do fun things that you enjoy doing? I love to play golf. I love to snowboard. I love to get in the ocean and swim, swim with the fishies and fun stuff like that. Man, I found when I was in corporate America, even though I was making a significant income, I was not able to do that. I just didn't have the time. I had a lot of the money. I just didn't have the time to do a lot of that. And even when I was out and did make some time, those couple weeks a year, okay, basically I was stressed out. I was worrying more what was going on back in the office than I was enjoying my vacation. Okay, so that really wasn't a lot of fun. Finally, do you know the date you'll be able to retire? When I ask people this, I get a lot of like blank looks and stares back. Okay, they don't know the date. They say maybe when I'm 60, maybe when I'm 70. I don't know. You know, it's crazy. People don't know. And I will tell you, if you're aiming at nothing, you're likely to hit it. Because that date, when you think, or that range you think, okay, somewhere around 50, 55, 60, something comes up, oh, you know what, I think I have to work another year. I think I'm going to have to work another year. Here's the reality, guys. 95 people out of 100 at age 65 are either dead, in other words, no longer with us, or they're dead broke, meaning they have to continue to work just to make ends meet. Only 4 people out of 100 become financially independent, meaning they don't have to rely on friends, family, or the government just to make ends meet and to pay their basic necessities. Only 1 person out of 100 creates true wealth, meaning they can not only have all of their necessities covered, but that they can go and do whatever they want, buy whatever they want, and have that kind of freedom. Only 1 person out of 100. Why is that? Because they worked the wrong model. Okay, they worked the wrong model. Let me tell you that model. But before I do, let me first have you open your mind, because just like Albert Einstein said, we can't solve our problems with the same level of thinking we used when we created them. So many people come into our business and they just because they were successful or became a vice president or a CEO somewhere else, they puff their chests out and they go, I'll just do what I was doing here. It just doesn't work. You have to learn how to think differently if you want to get different results. Okay? This is what I was taught to do. Okay? I don't know, does this story sound familiar to you? Okay, I was taught to go to high school to get a diploma, then to go to college, get a degree. Now, while I was doing that, I was in the Marine Corps and I got activated, so didn't complete that final step. I got involved with computers and got certifications and things, so I didn't really end up needing that in my professional career to do what I needed to do. However, that was the model I was taught to do, and then go out and look for the biggest company to work for. And again, I started my professional career with $1 billion healthcare system in Southern California. And then I started trekking up that corporate ladder, if you will, right? So most people do that. They start out as an employee. Then they hope after kicking and screaming for a few years that they get promoted to management, right? And then after decades, maybe they can become an executive, right? I'll tell you what, only 1 person out of that company will become the CEO. And your likelihood of that is probably nil. Even becoming an executive, there's only a handful, even in a large corporation, that achieve that. And again, it's a fixed number, right? There's a fixed number is the bottom line. This is what I call a pyramid scheme, okay? Because the odds of you becoming that CEO, and a lot of times it's based on if you marry the current CEO's daughter, okay, or something like that. So it's very, very political, in other words, and it's a lot of game playing, and not necessarily based on results in certain in certain circumstances. Again, I didn't like this, and as I worked my way up through the bottom, approaching the executive ranks, and even becoming technically an executive, and my last role as a chief technology officer with a different company, a startup.com company, all the politics and all the potential pitfalls, I really was not happy with. This is what we call a 40-40-40 plan. You work for 40 hours a week, 40 years of your life, and hopefully you get 40% less of the income that you had while you were working, and you can retire, right? And nowadays, as we know, this isn't accurate, right? It's 40 years becoming 50, etc., and most people work till they physically can't anymore, and then try to rely on the government to help them. Okay, so here's our business model, which is a model of home business. We're going to start you out on the other end of the spectrum. You'll start out as the CEO, and you're going to go out and look for other CEOs, and you're going to help them do the same, help them find other CEOs. Isn't this a better model? right? You're not going to look for employees that you're going to try to haggle down and pay them less so you can make more. You're going to go out and try to find other people that you can help become as wealthy and successful as possible. The more money you help and the more income and the more success you help others create, the more successful you become. And it's just a great environment. If you've ever been to one of our events or conventions, you're going to meet some of the most positive people, people that now are looking to help other people rather than people trying to keep secrets and trying to be about them and trying to figure out how they can make themselves look good and someone else look bad so they can advance. Okay, that's not a good environment from my personal experience, and this is so much better. I look forward to any event that we have where people gather and to see all these great positive people and to see them succeeding and to see them achieving whatever their goals are, not what the goals are of someone else, working for someone else and helping someone else become wealthy. I love to see them creating their own success and creating their own wealth for themselves. It's just by helping other people. It's just such a great environment. And this is, by the way, a 3 to 5 year plan. So we're not looking for 40 years of your life. We're looking at 3 to 5 years. You work this model hard. Now notice it doesn't say 3 to 5 weeks or 3 to 5 months. It is 3 to 5 years. But after that period of time, if you choose to stop working, you could have a very significant monthly income stream, residual monthly income stream from whatever you were able to build. Okay, and again, it's just amazing. So again, you'll be able to see that light at the end of the tunnel, and that light won't be like a train coming over, a train coming to run you over. Okay, so why network marketing? Why was this business model chosen? Well, here's one reference from Paul Zane Pilsner. He's a world famous economist. He was the economist to Ronald Reagan, the first president George Bush, and a lot of his prediction, most of them, have come to fruition over the years here. And what he says is in the next years to come, the most millionaires will come from direct sales, home businesses, and the health and wellness industry. What a coincidence, right? That just happened. We just happen to fit that entire profile here to give us the greatest income generation potential. A lot of these other world-renowned business experts, from Bill Gates there to Robert Kiyosaki, you see Warren Buffett, Richard Branson, and the Donald himself. Even Stephen R. Covey, the author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he wrote The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Network Marketing Professionals. They all endorse our business model because they really know it's the average person's best chance. If you weren't born with a lot of money in your bank account and can leverage that in various types of high cost investments, this is the best way to start with literally nothing and to be able to create true wealth. And this is what was recognized by our founders here, as you see on screen. Vertus Norton and Jim Pack, two extremely successful gentlemen in the corporate world. Vertus Norton, a small company to him, does $500 million in annual revenues. He's worked as the head of strategy for Kraft Foods, which is a $36 billion corporation, and re-engineered many other multi-billion-dollar corporations as well. Philip Morris, General Foods, also Free Market Industries, Hobart, he's been the head of. He re-engineered Kraft Europe. Again, these are Fortune 100, even Fortune 50 type executives, and they have a clear pathway, and the infrastructure that they put into place for us is absolutely stellar, and they know, and they're pretty much all their projections we've been hitting on the mark or exceeding them. Our entire executive team has stellar credentials as well, most of them coming from billion-dollar corporations in the traditional business field as well as in the network marketing space. For example, Chuck Funky there, our executive vice president, he was the president and CEO of Beneficial Investment Services, Beneficial Financial. It's over 100-year-old financial services institution. He was a CEO. Karen Riley, Jerem Webb, they came from billion-dollar network marketing companies, companies that they started with and got to about $1 billion in sales with and built out their infrastructure from the customer service side to the financial services platforms as well. Bruce Call down there, who's our Vice President of Marketing and Events, he's the current mayor of Pleasant Grove, Utah. That's right. The mayor of Pleasant Grove, Utah is our VP of Marketing and Events. So, again, everyone here has nothing but stellar credentials and success track records. Again, if you're going to want to align yourself with a company and a team, look at what they've done. And if you look at all of our executives and our founders, they have nothing but success in their track record, and we attribute a lot of our success to that, to their knowledge base and their ethics and their values and principles in getting things done. Now, ASEA now is in 18 countries around the world. There's 2 countries that we just opened up, which is Croatia and Romania, that are not currently on this screen, on the slide, but they are brand new markets. I'd like to welcome them. And there's lots of support tools that help you to build your business, from various websites, resources. You can actually, too, log into what's called the virtual office and look in your back office and see all the growth of your organization, the sales volume activity, and even calculate what your weekly commission check's going to be. And we have created a duplication system that is simple, duplicable, and global, and it's called the 3-minute peak system. This is what allows you to create a duplication process for you and all of your associates to use to help you duplicate. And that's duplication creates the growth and success, and really is the determinant factor in the success of your business. You'll be able to send someone a little 3-minute video clip. You know if the person watches it. You know if they're clicking on more information, what they're getting. If they have a question, you can send them materials from the library to answer their question, send them the right documents, video clips, etc., and then help them get their business going as well. And you keep doing this over and over and over again, and you can watch your business grow. There's other landing pages. So if you're going to run some advertisements, you can do that and have people land on a specific type of landing page so they can get their questions answered. You can target specific audiences, such as athletes in this case. This is the athletic landing page. And you can actually target medical professionals as well. This is one where if someone's a doctor or a scientist, get them the information, specific information that they would become interested on. Okay, and then you can track all of it in the back office of this platform. You can get trainings. There's 10 training modules of video trainings. You can go through all of them in just a couple of hours, and it will show you the crucial business elements that you need to be able to build your business. There's also promotional programs that we have that track. So as you're creating success, you're able to see all the additional bonuses and income that you qualify for, and so much more. So let me talk a little bit about our business duplication model. Whether you want to get your product just for free, because that's a very common question, is, Paul, I don't really have time. I'm having a business I'm building right now somewhere else, but how can I just get it for free every month? Okay, well, we'll show you how to do that. Whether you want to get in some additional income, whether you want $500 a month, $1,000 a month, okay, I'm going to show you that piece, and really the choice is yours. And we have additional commission mechanisms that help you generate, again, unlimited wealth. But let me start off with just this basic model. First off, Dan here is going to be our example associate. And in order for Dan to, let's say, get his product every month sort of covered, Dan's going to need to go out and find 4 people. So he goes out and finds Tina, Matt, Debbie, and Teresa. And they say, look, I love ASEA. I want to use ASEA to help keep me younger longer. I want to reduce the chance of getting sick and ill, and I want to increase my athletic performance, et cetera, right? So they get started, and they're on auto ship. Dan has just completed his level 1 structure, and every month ASEA is going to send him $100, okay? And he'll also override on other parts of the plan. And so, in essence, Dan's product will be free, approximately free, each and every month. Now, this is based on if he had 2 of these associates he put on the left and on the right side of another part of our compensation plan. Okay? But the minimum he's going to get is $100 every single month. Now, what if Dan goes out and helps 2 of those people find their 4 people? Okay, so let's say Tina goes out and finds her 4 people, so because she wants, again, initially to get her monthly costs covered. And if Debbie over there finds her 4 people as well, okay, now Dan will then qualify for level 2 bonus. Okay, and ASEA every month will send Dan an additional $250. Okay, so that's a total of $350 minimum. Now again, if you include the commissions on this activity from the other parts of our plan, it's probably close to $500 a month in passive monthly residual income. In other words, even if Dan stopped working right now, as long as these people were staying on their auto ship and just getting the 1 case of product for themselves each month, this is what Dan would be earning. You think you can do this? I can't picture someone who couldn't do this, right? Go out and talk to everybody you know, find 4. What if you found 10? What if you found 20, right? As long as 2 of them each found just 4 each, boom, every month you're getting $500 a month. Man, I know a lot of kids right out of high school going into college, and the hours they put in just to make $500 a month, extra spending money. Imagine doing something like this. Now, what if it went down one more level? What if 2 of those folks found on each side found their 4 people? Okay, that would complete your level 3 requirement, and now ASEA would be sending you an additional $400 a month. Okay, so remember what I was talking about earlier? Help enough other people become successful, and you'll become successful yourself. At this point, ASEA would be sending you a minimum of $750 every single month. If you add up the other commissions, probably close to $1,000 a month in passive monthly residual income. Now again, the beauty of this is when you get to level 3, or in other words, how you get to level 3, is just keep teaching people how to get to level 2, right? Because this might be, level 3 might be a little bit tricky and sticky, right? People, I don't know if I can see, help. This is a lot of people down here. But that's not what you focus on. Just focus on Tina getting to level 2. Because if Tina gets to level 2 and Debbie gets to level 2, boom, you're at level 3 automatically, okay? Close to $1,000 a month in passive monthly residual income. What would you do with an extra $1,000 a month? Think about that. What would you do for an extra $1,000 a month you worked one time for and had coming in every single month, month after month? Only you know the answer to that question. Now, there's much, much more with our commission plan. That's just one commission mechanism that I just shared with you. There's 5 other commission mechanisms. And these other 5, by the way, are paid every single week. So this combined with that monthly bonus, whether it's $100, $350, $750, this in combined with all of these commissions that are paid every single week, again, you can see that you can generate true wealth. There is no limit on how much you can earn with the ASEA plan. The bigger and deeper you build it, the more you're going to earn. Okay, so as far as timing goes in our home stretch here, I encourage you to get positioned now so that you can take advantage of time compression, right? You see, the last 30 years has been all about vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. I see a picture of 7-Up, cherry 7-Up with the word antioxidant underneath it. I don't think there's anything antioxidant about cherry 7-Up, but it's become such a buzzword. It's created a $40 billion industry in exotic fruit juices, etc. Well, the next 30 years is going to be about Redox signaling molecules. And again, currently, the only product in this space is ASEA. So you not only have the ability to be the first to market, right now you have the ability to be the only in this space with over 20 registered global patents to protect your product. And do you want to be at the end of the last wave, the end of the antioxidant wave, and the vitamins and minerals and skincare stuff? Do you want to be at the end of that, or do you want to be at the beginning of the next wave here with ASEA? Now, there's $2 trillion markets that I'd mentioned that ASEA addresses. That's the health and wellness space as well as the sports and athletic space. I don't know, any product that can reach out and have an addressable market of $2 trillion, the exception here of our product, ASEA. And if you look at our history, again, the foundation part of the graph when the company was first forming, the concentration mode here, which is what we're currently in, while ASEA is building up its associate base and distributor force. The next phase will be momentum, when the company goes from small to big in a short period of time, and then stability occurs when we hit a certain saturation point. But the company can go into another vertical growth phase as we introduce new products and open up new markets. But right here is the most opportune time to get involved with a company. And that's right here what we call critical mass. Critical mass is that point just before the company goes from small to big. If you can get positioned 10 months prior or 10 months into critical mass, this is where you have the opportunity to generate the largest amount of income in the shortest period of time. Okay, so where is ASEA? Well, ASEA is projected at being right around here. We don't have a crystal clear crystal ball, okay? But if you look at our numbers and historically compare them against the data of other billion-dollar network marketing companies, we're right around here. So the timing right now couldn't be better. And this is the actual data that we're going off of from our pre-launch back in 2009 to when the company was first profitable in 2010, our official launch, second convention, European launch, last year's convention, etc. You can see that we've been profitable every month since April of 2010. All the positive cash flows are being reinvested back into the business to pursue and support growth, and ASEA has no debt. We have been profitable, again, since the 10th month of being in business. And if you look at the future, you'll see what the future holds. This is now we're in 2013. You'll see what 14, 15, and 16. So again, if you were involved in the very beginning, the growth curve wasn't as steep as it was as what is about to happen here over the course of the next 3 to 5 years. So the timing couldn't be better. In closing here, Michael Jordan said he could accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but he cannot accept not trying. Any hockey fans out there? The great one, Wayne Gretzky, said, "You miss 100% of the shots that you never take." And at this point, there's a decision you're going to need to make. You can do nothing. You can continue to go back to your job or your current business, and we'll tell you that things will be the same. You'll keep getting the same. You'll keep working the same hours, getting paid the same amount, having the same amount of free time, and knowing when you're going to retire, or not knowing when and if you're going to be able to retire. Okay, and if you are one of these folks, I just want to thank you for your time and attention this evening, and hopefully you learned something in this time you spent with us. Second, you can become a customer. You can just benefit from ASEA for yourself, right? And help yourself, help your body to live younger, longer, help reduce the chance of getting sick or ill, and if you're an athlete, help to dramatically increase your athletic performance. Okay, everyone should be taking this product, so you can just be a customer and benefit for yourself if you like. Or third, you can not only benefit from ASEA for yourself, but you can become an associate and help others to benefit as well. Okay? And kind of to help you make your decision, I'm going to leave you with a little quote here from Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple Computing, the late Steve Jobs. This picture you're seeing on screen is a picture of Steve with a gentleman by the name of John Sculley. And John Sculley was the CEO of Pepsi-Cola at the time. And Steve, being only 28 years old, didn't feel he was being taken seriously in the business world. So he wanted to find a high-powered executive to run Apple Computing. And so he met John. And John was very, very confident of himself, right? He was this bigwig, had a cushy executive job at a Pepsi. And he couldn't imagine being a CEO of a startup company. It was started in someone's garage, right, just 4 years prior in a computer industry, right? And he was just kind of going through the rounds here. I forget why he even granted Steve the appointment. But basically, when he sat down in front of Steve, this is what he said to him. He said, "John, do you want to sell sugared water," meaning Pepsi, right, "for the rest of your life? Or do you want to come with me and change the world?" Now, when John heard this, he said he gulped. And he said he didn't want to wonder what he would have missed if he passed on this. It was because of this is what Steve said to him. Now, my question to everyone here out there is pretty much the same. In a few years from now, when redox signaling and redox molecules, and just the word redox becomes a household name, just like the word antioxidants have become a household name. Remember, before Microsoft, there was word processors out there. There were WordPerfect, WordStar. There was all these things, but not very many people were aware of them because not many people, felt they needed a computer. But when Microsoft invented Windows and the operating system, this whole world expanded, and now today pretty much everybody I know has at least one computer they own, if not more, and tablet devices now and all these things. Okay, that's where we're at right now. That's how significant this is. And in a few years from now, if you pass on this opportunity, are you going to wonder what you would have missed? Or are you going to come with us and change the world one person, one cell at a time with this amazing technology, amazing product, and amazing company called ASEA? And I really hope and encourage you to take advantage of this because, again, this truly is once in a lifetime, and the timing right now is probably the best time to get involved with ASEA. So I encourage you to get back to the person who invited you here on this webinar this evening and ask them how you can get started with us tonight. And exactly, notice I didn't say today, I said tonight, like right now. And I look forward to welcoming you aboard the team. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in this evening. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your evening, a great rest of the week. Take care, and I'll see you later. Good night, everybody.